Hi everyone, Cheryl Arkle. Hello, Cheryl Arkle. What are you reading? Thursday, 2:00, we're back. Love this segment. How is everyone? Huge thank you to Verity that stepped in for me last week. I couldn't make it last Thursday, so thank you, Verity, and I know you all had a good time with her. I watched it later on and saw all the comments, which is fantastic. Welcome to What Are You Reading? Cheryl Arkle. So much to talk about today. How is everybody? You know how it works. You tell us what you're reading and we'll tell you what we're reading. Carolyn's in. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn's had another marvellous week of reading, and she's reading Clear by, I don't know how to pronounce that, Cars Davis. I think it's an Irish name. Cars Davies. Start Without Me, I'll Be There in a Minute by Gary Janetti, and The Radio Hour by Victoria Perman. We are so blessed in this country to have access to such a wide range of books. We've got such wonderful Australian writers out there. Christine says, hi Julie, how are you? Yes, I'm back today. And let's start with Anna Johnston. That's what we're reading this week. It's called The Borrowed Life of Frederick Fife. This is new. It's a debut novel, and it's a bizarre case of mistaken identity that allows a lonely old man one last chance to be part of a family life. This is really beautifully written, and Anna and I had a conversation. We recorded a podcast as well, and she talks about her time having worked in a aged care facility as well. Anyway, that's out now. It's called The Borrowed Life of Frederick Fife. Let me know if you've read it. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody at home. It's Thursday. It's 2:00. What are you reading? Tell me what you're reading. Now, I know Verity talked about this last week, but I love Michael Rowbotham. Michael's been a great friend to Better Reading for some years. He's going to be in the office soon. We're going to have a live event with Michael Rowbotham. He's going to be in the office. He's going to be recording an authors on authors. If you would like to come to our office, if you live in Sydney and you live near Camperdown, you can join us. The details are, I think it's August the 13th. Is that right? August the 13th, 7:30 p.m. And that's at our office in Camperdown. Now, look out. We'll give you more details for this event. If you're interested, just let us know in comments. Everybody is welcome. It's a free event. And Michael will be here and he'll be recording authors on authors with a live audience. And it could be you. Anyway, this is Michael's new book, Storm Child. We love Michael Rowbotham. Okay, what have we got? Hi, everybody. Cheryl Arkle, what are you reading? Sally says, hi, Cheryl. I'm still reading The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Wendy says hi to all of us. Cold, yes. So good reading weather. It absolutely is. And Wendy is reading, Tilda is Visible by our very own Jane Tara, and Looking Out by Fiona McIntosh. Malvina, hi Malvina. Malvina is reading The Last Murder at the Edge of the World by Stuart Turton for a book club. It's unusual and it's arresting. Thank you, Malvina. That is a really good review. Marge says, hi all. I have enjoyed The Creeper by Margaret Hickey. I was going to say that is a segue, and I've got it right here under the computer. Here it is. This is the new book called The Creeper by Margaret Hickey. Now, that's going to give me a segue to Authors on Authors, because Margaret's coming in for an Authors on Authors chat very, very shortly. Now, let me tell you about Authors on Authors. Some of you will know we've already launched it. We've had Michael Connolly and Candice Fox. We've had Tim Ayliffe, and who was with Tim Ayliffe? Anna Downs, the lovely, lovely Anna Downs. And then the other day, today, I think we've just released Rachel Johns and Belinda Alexandra. And here's a little bit of Authors on Authors for you.
Yeah. It's more like Belinda Alexandra panicking about a deadline in a sweatsuit with cat fur all over her.
Started writing books because I loved it. I loved just creating a world and being in making my own characters up, and I love reading.
All sorts of things. What country could I go and live in?
So that's Authors on Authors. It's available on YouTube. So just go over to YouTube. There's a link right there anyway that you can click on in comments. And as I said, we're up to episode 3. We're going to be shooting episode 4 very shortly. And we are loving them. And I know you are loving them because they're getting great views. Now, another thing I want to talk about is Better Ask Cheryl. I don't know if we've got a slide for that, but we probably don't need it because I'm Cheryl and you know who I am. You just need to go to our website. Oh, there it is, Better Ask Cheryl. Now, this is a service for authors. A lot of authors over the years have asked me about how to promote themselves or how to get published or how to get into the industry or how does their manuscript get seen. Now, there's lots of ways you can go about that. You can listen to the podcast because often authors share that experience on the podcast. But if you want a more personal session, you can have a one-on-one Zoom session with me. It's 45 minutes. There's a charge attached to it. You just go to our website, click, make your appointment and pay your fee. And that's called Better Ask Cheryl. So that's been lovely. And I've had some really great chats already with some authors and aspiring authors. So if you're interested, visit the website. Janine says, hi, Cheryl, just reading Sea Beam by Sally Husband, inspirational book about climate change, plastic pollution, seabirds, and life overcoming chronic illness. So that sounds really interesting. Thank you, Janine. Christine says she's just finished The Glass House by Anna Buist and Graham Simpson, husband and wife team. Definitely an eye-opener to mental health issues in our society. Joy says, best book I've read for ages, Strange Sally Diamond by Liz Nugent. Loved it, couldn't put it down. My daughter loved it too. So that's called Strange Sally Diamond by Liz Nugent. Thank you, Joy, for sharing that. What else? I have to talk to you about the top 50 kids. Voting is open now, but voting closes shortly. I think that's the 21st of July that it closes, Sunday, 5 p.m., right? So if you would like to vote for your favourite kids' book, visit our website or click on the link in comments. Now, just remember, you go into the draw, you could win all 50 books. There are 7 packs to give away. So it's pretty much like we do the top 100. Top 50 kids is the same. Just simply by voting, you go into the draw to win. Okay, Julie says, how do you like it, Julianne? Okay, I'm not sure where that is, but there's lots of conversations going on between you, which is great. Wynne says she loved Tilda is Visible, which is so fantastic. Okay, what else have we got? We've got books that we're going to put up there. Death in the Air by Ram Murali. There it is, right there. And it's a debut novel, right? And it's a very provocative. It's an old school murder mystery and it's set in the 21st century. So that's up there and that's new. Can you see the cover? It's called Death in the Air by Ram Murali. Okay, and debut novel as well. What else have we got? We've got The Haters by Robin Harding. Robin, there she is, The Haters. It's a twisted tale of fame, obsession, and the dark side of social media. And you can tell that it's that with all those stars. And that is really something that I think readers and writers will really enjoy. Robin always just kind of hits the mark, and you'll remember her for her previous book, The Party. Okay, what else have we got? Authors on Authors we've talked about. Oh, and just to remind you about signing up to the newsletter, if you want to review free books, all you need to do is sign up to the newsletter. We have 2 or 3 review books coming out every month. You read them for free. You send us a review. Well, we give you a book for free. You read it and you send in your review. A lot of you know how that works. And that's a program that we all love. So welcome everybody to those that have just joined us. It's Cheryl Arkle and Better Reading. And what are you reading? Is the segment. What are you reading? Yvonne is reading About to Start Crimson Lake by Candice Fox. It was on TV. It was on TV. I haven't watched it yet, but I love Candice so much. Okay, Julianne, she is talking about, I think there's a coming and going with somebody there. Julianne's talking to somebody and I can't quite get that. Okay, Jane is listening to Stormchild by Michael Robotham. Okay, segue. So Jane has got the audio book. Really wonderful writer. We love Michael. And this is an eerie, jaw-dropping mystery. He is a really good writer, and he's got a set of characters in there, Cyrus Haven and Evie Cormack, and it features those two characters as well. That's out now, and don't forget he's going to be in The Office. Okay, so much happening. How to Avoid a Happy Life is another book that we've been reading here by Julia Lawrenson. I talked to Julia. I recorded a podcast with her, and that podcast is out now. She is just really just such a good writer. And she's talking about, how to really avoid bad situations as well as, and turn them around to good situations. Okay, it's called How to Avoid a Happy Life, and that's out now. Now, did everybody know that it's NAIDOC Week this week? And we are promoting First Nations riders. We are shining a light, if you like, on First Nations riders. I mean, First Nation riders are part of everything we do at Better Reading always. But this week, we'll just be highlighting a few of the books that we've loved and read over the time. And this book takes a closer look at some of the iconic First Peoples protest movements. It's called Always Was, Always Will Be. And that's one of the books that we'll be talking about. So NAIDOC Week this week. Oh, Petronella. Don't we all love Petronella? She was in recently and I recorded a podcast with her. Just loved her. And this is her book. It's a gripping thriller about siblings and secrets and the traces we can never erase. And this is out now, and the podcast is out as well if you want to listen to that. Okay, there's so much happening. Let me just go through. This is What Are You Reading with Cheryl Arkle. What are you reading, right? Tell us what you're reading. Now, Jane was the last one I read, I think, and she is reading, listening to Stormchild by Michael Rowbotham and loving it. Jill is about to start Jackie by Dawn Tripp. Hang on. Kylie. Hi, Kylie. Kylie is currently reading We Used to Live Here by Marcus Cleaver, and it's a debut book. It's not bad so far. I've just bought the book of the week recently, but haven't read it yet. Well, that's on your TBR pile. Jay says, just finished I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue. Very funny and quirky. Joy. Hi, Joy. Joy is reading Eden Glassy at book club this month. I read it. It was a review copy. I really enjoyed it, especially all the Brisbane connections. Now, listen, talk to me about book clubs. How many of you are in a book club? I thought there was a big kind of push towards book clubs a few years back. And then since COVID, that, from what I'm hearing anyway, that's really changed a little bit in the way that we book club, whether we book club via Zoom or whether we're book clubbing in person, we're visiting a local library. Tell me what you do in terms of book club. Do you belong to a book club, first off? And how does your book club operate? Is it in person or is it on Zoom? Let me know. I'm interested in that. Okay, this is another book that we're reading. It's called Woman Missing, and it's by Cheryl Clarke. Now, that's a very different spelling of Cheryl Clarke. It's a fast-paced modern thriller that explores online dating. Yes, we can work out what's happened there. And that's out now by Cheryl Clarke. Okay, so what is everybody reading? Joy, we've read what you're reading. There's a lot of comments coming through. Talk to me about book club. Tell me if you belong in a book club. Tell me if that book club is in person or it's via Zoom. James, hi James. I'm well, thank you so much, James. James is still in Turkey. I actually remembered you're in Turkey. And he's reading whatever fiction he can find in English. Currently, James is reading The Switch by Beth O'Leary. Better Reading is my life support system. Oh, James, thank you so much for that. I always appreciate your comments. And if I don't call them out while we're here live, I read them later on. And I hope Turkey's going well for you. Suzanne has just finished reading Little Clothes. You recommended that last week. Great read. Now that is Little Clothes is about is a beautiful book, and it's about aging. And the author is, help me out here. Deb Callahan, who I had lunch with last week. So I've known Deb for ages. This is a really beautiful little book. It's called The Little Clothes, and it's by Deborah Callahan. So thank you for reading our recommendation. And letting us know that it was a great read. Carolyn, I belong to a book club for many years. And is that in person, Carolyn, or are you doing it via Zoom? Julie just started a very casual book club that we bring reviews of our own chosen books. Oh, that's a nice idea, so that you're not all reading the same books at the same time. That's nice. And then you get a kind of broader perspective on what people are reading. Christine is currently reading The Brightest Star in the Sky by Marianne Keyes, really enjoying it. I love Marianne Keyes. Melissa is in a book club, and she's in Book Queens with Belinda Alexandra on Facebook, and love it. We read a book a month and turn it into a live for the interview with the author, which is wonderful. Oh, wow, we love Belinda. Now, just remember, Authors on Authors features Belinda Alexandra and Rachel Johns, and that's available on YouTube now. Malvina is in a few book clubs. Now, why am I not surprised? Because you read so many books, of course you are. And she loves them all, Malvina does. One for the classics, one for contemporaries in the library, another classic slow read online, and another one at Harry Hartog's bookshop once a month. Malvina, I'm not surprised. I'm super impressed. Good on you. That's a fabulous achievement. All the books you read and all the book clubs that you're in. And I bet you're just such a valuable contribution to all of them. Jane is in a book club, and we are reading Chai Time in Cinnamon Gardens. It's at my place this month, at Jane's place, and the person who chooses the person who hosts the book club chooses the book, and it's the last Saturday of every month. I love that. That's such a great idea. Loved that book. What was it? Shikari Chandra is the author of that book. We had her in the office a couple of months ago, and she's absolutely wonderful and delightful. Wendy's in a local book club and several online ones. Our local group has been together 15 years plus. Isn't that magnificent? I mean, it's, like many things where people get together, where if it's a book club, if it's, whatever it is, if it's a church group, if it's whatever, it really is as much about why you're meeting as community, if you like. And I love that, people getting together and, having a glass of wine, cup of coffee, piece of cake, whatever it is. So for 15 years, that's fantastic. So 10 people get together, which is great. And also Wendy meets monthly and takes turn to host, and several dine. They go out per year, which is wonderful. And that's another thing. You form a friendship through those book clubs, and you end up, going out to dinner, which is so lovely. And with those people that you're dining with, that you have so much in common. Jessica is reading The Missing Girl by Jenny Quintana, and it's a great thriller. Lisa, I have a monthly book club with my sister and 2 nieces via Messenger video chat. Isn't that wonderful? We've scattered across the eastern states, so it's a great way to pick up new reads and catch up with family at the same time. We read our own books and then give a bit of a review and recommendation. I love that. And I love both concepts of reading a book together and then reading your own book. Because, there's just no rules. It's just about reading, about sharing story and talking to people. Meryl is reading Kill for Me, Kill for You by Steve Kavanagh. Oh, wow. He's a really great crime writer. That name hasn't come up for some time. But I remember, I think I read his first one, and that was wonderful. So thanks, Meryl, for reminding me of that. Okay, I think this might be it for us today. Have I covered everything, new team? Yeah. So you've met, we've met Verity. We met Oliver, who said hi a little while ago, and you'll be seeing more of Verity, more of Oliver, and we've also got Lil Heidi over there in the corner. Anyway, that's it from me today. Thank you so much for joining us. I love this segment. What are you reading? Keep the conversations going in comments. I always read them at night, as you know. Thank you for joining us. NAIDOC week. Don't forget to remember our First Nations people.